Oh my gosh, it's harder than it looks. Maybe you got some music in there without Facebook cutting us off. I'm going to learn how to play the flute really well. I don't know how to do it yet, but it looks really cool. And I don't know, like I put my 3 fingers there and my 3 fingers there, and I play. So I'm going to have the ukulele and the flute. And we'll have music on here somehow. Hi, welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. I apologize for not being here last week. I was visiting my mother in Pensacola. It was spring break. So it was a last minute, just get in the car and go. And it was really nice, I must say. Sometimes when I visit family, it can go one way or the other. But this way happened to be a good time. Probably because I brought my sister and my daughter. And I met some family that I had never met before. So it was really awesome. We went to the beach, hung out with the baby. We had a great time. How has your week been? How is everyone doing? It's kind of strange out there. We're in a strange time right now. We're kind of quiet at home, but the energy has shifted with everyone. So things are changing, and you are not alone. Even though a lot of us, many of us, have felt the need to be alone lately, what we're actually doing is, what I've learned recently or felt recently, is protecting our energy. So as we are evolving, as the humans are evolving, we're learning or feeling our energy being affected by everyone around us, by our work environment, by our personal relationships, and we're feeling funny about it. Whereas before, I don't know why, but we didn't notice it as much. So we just went out, we partied, we saw people, we saw family. Maybe it was weird, but we recovered. We're really noticing it now. So I'm noticing in all of our, light worker groups, we're isolating, all of us. So if you're isolating, don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like there's anything wrong with you. It's happening everywhere. And I feel it's probably because we're learning how we filter our energy through everybody else all the time. So we get with that friend, that friend, and we filter our energy. And sometimes it doesn't make us feel good. And that person at work who wants to do this and wants to go out, wants to talk, wants to gossip, blah, blah, blah. It's like a lot, especially if you're an empath or a light worker. And I can guarantee you, if you're listening to me right now, you are an empath, you are a light worker, you are a healer, and you are feeling all sorts of strange things. And half of the time, that energy that you're feeling, it's not even your strange energy. You're just feeling strange, maybe weird. It's because of everyone else's energy. And I feel it's time that we begin to learn how to get rid of that weird energy that's stuck in our systems. Maybe that's why we're all isolating. I see it all over. People are all talking about it. So, click the link. If you see the link, I'm going to do readings tonight. So if you want a card, or if you need a reading or a healing, I need some of y'all's energy. So click the link. I would love to have you on. Forgive me if I'm not so good with all these comments. They come in and I have them from all these different places. Lots of strange energy, Amanda says. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. It feels weird for me too. So don't beat yourself up over it. I think a lot of times we judge ourselves like there's something wrong with me. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to talk to that person, or no one wants to be around me. There must be something wrong with me. That's not true. Don't let that weird thought get into your mind, because that is false. And it comes not from you, but that thought comes from old belief systems that some human, or it's not really a human, but some energy, just call it energy, got stuck in your brain, and that brain is like that old energy that's like put in your brain right here that's like, there's something wrong with you. That's just old stuff. It's just like a glitch. It's like old recorded, it's like an old raisin in your kitchen. You don't want that. Where did that come from? Get rid of that. That's weird. So all those weird thoughts that roll into your brain, you have to ask yourself, is this me? Where is this coming from? Is this thought generated by me? Or is this thought generated by my higher self? Is this thought helping me? Or is this thought hurting me? Because our thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Thoughts create things. Let's think about that for a second. Our thoughts are the master creators of our life and our existence. So if your thoughts are all wonky due to all sorts of wonky stuff out there, you're going to have a weird life, you know, because all these thoughts are like running around like, oh, that person sucks, that one's bad, you're bad, you suck, they suck, that person needs to die. Oh, never mind, I love that one's good. Oh, unless he messes with me, and then he's bad. We just have to be careful because we're running around like creating without understanding that every thought we have is a creation. It's a created energy. And it goes out into the universe. So every single thought you have goes out into the universe and creates your world. So what are you thinking? What am I thinking? It's been a tough couple of weeks. It's been weird. I feel like I can't miss you guys anymore. I can't miss a show. I cannot go 2 weeks. In fact, I feel like I need to do this every day because otherwise things just get weird. All right, Lynn, let's see what we got. Okay, I have a couple. Look, I'm going to do it right here. There we go. Lynn, I love a card or two. Crazy energy going around. I know. Let's take a breath, Lynn. You have good energy. I can feel it already. Yeah, I've noticed. Okay. Lynn, I see what's going on. Sometimes, I don't know how much to say. I'm on Facebook Live, sometimes I'm like, so, okay. You got a little bit of, let me take this off, so I'm gonna go. You know who you are. Okay. All right, so, sometimes when we have a whole lot of that external energy that's chaotic around us, we tend to feel unhealthy. When our energy is low, meaning that we're stuck in that sludgy energy that we all create. So remember how I said our thoughts create things? Well, when our thoughts are negative, it goes into this big negative cesspool. It's a real sludgy, slimy, energetic field. I want you to imagine it like the sewers of New York City, right? We all like imagine what's down there. It's probably not good. I like alligators and like big giant rats and all of our negative thoughts. Let's just imagine that they go into the sewer of New York City, right? Now what happens is when we are not doing our meditations, when we are not taking care of ourselves, when we are not clearing our energy, when we are not monitoring the energy that's in our environment, we sink into the sewers of New York City. When we sink into this, which is not your fault, everyone does it. This is like an everyone thing. And we go down and you're walking in the sewers right now, you get very confused down there. It's hard for you to see the light. So your mind splits and you're like, oh my God, do I go left? Do I go right? How do I make decisions? How do I make choices? It can feel a little like schizophrenic, like we're all over the place. There's all sorts of thoughts that are coming into our head. But remember, Everyone's thoughts in the entire world that are negative are in the sewers of New York City, and you're standing in the middle of them, and they're screaming at you like, you should feel this way. No, feel this way. I feel bad. I feel good. I feel. So you're just like, oh my gosh. So your energetic environment right now, due to certain energies, have put you down in this area. And your mind is having a hard time seeing through it. But it's because you're stuck down there in the sewers. You're going to climb your way out. There is a ladder, I promise you. But that ladder looks like meditation. That ladder looks like self-love. That ladder is self-care. The ladder to get out is making necessary changes that you don't want to make. But guess what? I see that you have an idea. You have a plan. You know what has to happen. You know. But you haven't really said anything. You haven't told anyone. It's like in your head, but you know it. So I don't need to say it. I want to let you know that that idea is the right one. Meaning that's part of your ring, part of your ladder that's going to climb your way out of that New York City sewer. What's also happening is there's a bit of a lack of compromise in your field. So meaning, obviously, when lack of compromise means people are not meeting energies. I don't like to say people. Energies are not meeting halfway. So it's my way or the highway. This is the way it is. It's black, it's white. There's no budging. There is no compromise. I'm going to be kind of difficult here. I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to be tough. No, not happening. Not compromising. Okay. Well, life, you know what? It doesn't get us very far. Now, I do not want you to compromise on your boundaries, okay? But I do feel that there's an energy in your life that is not willing to compromise with how you feel inside. And your little soul is speaking to you. Your little soul's like, hey, this New York City sewer that we're living in isn't healthy for us. And we would like to move out of it. And you have this compromising situation. So I want to talk to you about going with the flow, right? So going with the flow, what does that mean? That doesn't mean just take it. That doesn't mean that's it. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to stay in the sewers. Forget it. I can't get myself out of here. I'm going to just grab a sewer boat and paddle my way down. Okay, there's a little bit of that because we can't just get ourselves out of it right away. But when we say going with the flow, that means that we're not trying to fight an uphill battle. We're on a rushing river, down a rapid, and you have a giant paddle trying to paddle the other way. So if things are going one way, you're trying to fight it and make something different happen. So that's the opposite of going with the flow. And going with the flow also means that we can't control everything. And trust me, I get this. I get this card. We can't control everything that's happening. We just cannot. And if things are maybe unhealthy, we have to accept that versus trying to make them healthy, right? If compromise is not being met, we have to stop trying to fight it and understand, go with the flow. Compromise is not working here. Things are not healthy here. Things are not flowing here. So also, there's an energy around you that, doesn't see any of this. Feels like everything's completely fine. Feels like they haven't made. They kind of really haven't made. Like they've done, they got it. They're good. Right? They're totally fine. There's no lack of compromise here. There's no problems here. There's no mind. We're not in the sewer. In fact, all right, they're in the sewer, but they think they're in a yacht. They're in a yacht in the sewer. And you're like, hey, you're in the sewer down here. There's rats all around you. And they're like, yes, but in my yacht. It's a lovely yacht, right? So they can't see the unhealthiness that's around them. They can't see that they think they have it made, but everything's cracking around them. Rats are crawling. Alligators are crawling. Things are crumbling, but they cannot see it because they're in their yacht in the sewer. I hope I'm making sense here. I know the situation. So I want to let you know that there's nothing stopping you from moving away from their situation. There's nothing blocking you. I know sometimes you might feel like you're being stopped by external things, like how am I going to do this? Where am I going to go? What am I going to pay for? How am I going to live? Blah, 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 blah. I get it. That's, but it's in your mind though, because the reality is, the truth is, and you know it, that idea that you're having, that one that you're rolling around into your head, I want to support that one, okay? There's nothing really stopping you. And I think deep down you know that. There's nothing stopping you from making these changes that have to be made. The gate of your bars, you know, it's unlocked. See that? You kind of feel like, what am I going to do? Like, here's my finances. This is good. This is right. These are the reasons why I can't do it. And like, the door, it's open. Like, the door is open. All right. So that's it. I know these cards, you know, I know what you're going through. And I know you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Trust me. So check in with us. Let us know how things are going. Let us know. Okay. All right. So I have Amanda. Amanda, I will give you a reading 100%. And I'm going to bring Katrina on for a second, and then I'll get to you, Amanda, for sure. Hi, Katrina. Hi. How are ya? Is this your first time? I can't hear you. I got a mic. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, no. We see that little.
Oh,
there it is. Hi.
That might help. Hi.
All right, I have a question because I got a bell. Is this your first time on?
It is.
Oh my God, look, I get a bell. Yeah, it's a bell for my first time people. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, how are you, darling? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but would you like a reading?
I would.
Okay, let's take a breath then. Get yourself settled. Give me some energy. So when y'all see me go a little slower, it's because what I'm doing is bringing Katrina's energy. Don't ask me how. Talk to the physics professors through the computer, through time and space, because energy has no boundaries. Physics, I promise you, the physics teachers will tell you that. Interesting. Some cards are backwards and forwards, and I really had that happen before. My mother said to me, I don't know how you do that. I don't believe in anything that you do. Meanwhile, she's very powerful, by the way. She's like who I got all this from, but she's decided she's a skeptic. She's like, I don't believe that you can do that. I'm like, I don't know how it works either. I don't get it, but it's happened. I feel your energy somehow comes through the computer, and then I put it into the cards, and then the cards pull for you. Someday we might understand how it works, but I don't know. Okay, so I'll hear from you after, but for now, beautiful cards. Good job. Okay, so we're going to talk a little about going with the flow with you too. So going with the flow means, you know, we want to control certain things in our life. We want certain things to happen. We have a plan, we have a goal, and when things kind of don't happen that way, you know, we can maybe get a little frustrated. Maybe our expectations aren't being met, you know, and things that are out of your control. Well, it's irritating at times, but I want to let you know that we have to live in peace amongst the chaos. So things are going to happen, and they're not going to go the way you planned, and situations are not going to happen the way they planned. But we really, for our own peace of mind and our own healthy energy, have to learn how to remember. I'm not saying release your boundaries, and I'm not saying become a doormat, and I'm not saying just let everything happen the way it happens. But it helps. For example, I knock a glass over, the milk is all over the floor. I have to just take a breath and go get the mop. Versus be so upset that the milk spilled. Why did that have to happen? You spilled the milk. Someone spilled the milk. If you hadn't put the cup there. I'm only giving an example of how it helps to us to practice going with the flow, because otherwise it's like we're upset that the milk spilled. We're so angry that the milk spilled. And, you know, that's kind of like the Russian River going down. What?
Extra wasted energy.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's not easy for me, I can't speak for you, but for me, I have to practice this often, because things don't go the way I want. Like even right now, something just happened right now. Oh, my bird. Oh, my bird, like was biting my earring and like bit my toe and it's trying to knock my things off. And versus allowing that to just irritate me, I just choose to remove the bird, trust that he just ate something important. There's nothing I can do about that, you know, so it just helps. Now, having said that, you are a light worker. You are a healer. You are an empath. So you have some very strong abilities to do what I'm doing right now. So you could do this. So we'd like to ask you to practice and develop these gifts. So we're going to ask you to step out of the strangeness, step out of the weirdness, stop trying to be normal. Understand that you're not, and that's okay. You're different in a beautiful way, though. You feel everything. You hear everything. You understand things more than people. You probably don't tell a lot of people that, but you know.
Yeah.
So what happens is sometimes when that means that have to take care of yourself, because no one else can help you. No one can understand you. I mean, I'm not saying no one, but people like me can understand you. So you have to find people like me. You have to find groups. I don't know if it's yoga or meetups or other, you know, meditations, or people who can kind of understand what you're going through. You know, you're going to want to spend some time in nature. You're going to want to, you have to practice self-love and self-care. You have to make sure you're setting boundaries for yourself. You're someone who really needs to be alone in a way and protect your energy and understand that when you interact with other people, you have to sometimes limit the interaction and limit their effect on you, because whereas some people can hang out with other people all the time and they're not overly affected, you're highly sensitive to this. So everyone's energy that you're around affects you in a deep core level. And you can't just give your energy out to everyone all the time. So develop your skills as a light worker, develop your skills as an empath. Start listening to James Prague and Teal Swan and Eckhart Tolle and Osho and Ram Dass, because you're a healer. You know, you have, and no one can help you. Now, here's another, except for you. In other words, you're the only one. You're the only one who can do this for yourself. Also, you know, I know that, I don't know if you don't have to tell me if you have a relationship or have an idea of a relationship, or just have love in your mind and just in a relationship, or you want a relationship. Which one is it?
I'm in the middle of a divorce with a narcissist.
Yeah. So you have this idea that you wanted something that wasn't there, like that couldn't be there. So we have this idea of what a beautiful relationship is. And I am not giving up on that, and you're not going to either. Someday we might find the right person. We didn't have that right now. So, but this person we had in our mind, I'm going to just show you the card, because this is what happens. We have this idea of this love, this person that could have been so beautiful, this person that could have been everything for us, this person that we just could have just saw what could have been, or just, you know, we're hopeless romantics. Well, that is not what we got, right? We didn't. And it's not true. What we had was not true. It was false. And it's not our fault. You're an empath. You were with a narcissist. That's the light and the dark. There's a whole scientific study about that. So I don't know if you're any of those narcissist recovery groups, but they're out there. They really do help to understand what you've been through and how to recover from the trauma. There's my bird again. Yeah, that's my bird. That's my bird.
I'm learning a lot from Angie Atkinson and some of the other support sites.
Yeah, it helps to know about trauma bonding. It helps to know about flying monkeys. It helps to know trauma bonding is huge. You know, being with a narcissist, we've been trained and hooked and confused, and it's going to take a lot of time to unravel, and it's going to take a lot of time to heal. And you have got to take your time with this, and you've got to be patient with yourself. And there's a whole, I want you to study also the empath and the narcissist. So that's another thing. There is a real metaphysical. So let's stop like with the normalcy for a second, which and move it up a level. There's a whole bunch of metaphysical aspects to it. And what I have found, which I don't fully understand, is, remember, I don't know if you heard, but there's this whole like New York City sludgy energy right there. So the empaths like you and me are put on the earth to pull the people out of the hole. We're meant to be like, hey, we're here up here in the light. Climb up out. Climb up out. Well, the narcissists are the ringleaders of the sludge at the bottoms of the New York City. So the narcissists live with the sludge. They work in the sludge. They work in this low vibrational energy. That's just the role that they chose in this particular lifetime. And to be honest, to take it another step further, I don't even know if they're from who we are. Like, there is a light and a dark, and it feels like the narcissists are of the dark and we are of the light. But I know that we're all working together somehow, like the yin and the yang. So we can't say that they're negative or bad, but they are here to teach us. So we are in the light. So what I have found is that the narcissists try to keep the light workers down from rising up, because a powerful light worker can heal a whole community. A powerful light worker who's healed, like as you will be at some point, because I see it right here. So right after this, you're coming out of this. You're getting out of this. You're going to have your life back. Yeah. And when you have your life back, I want you to be very, very careful that you don't find another one. So take your time, you study, you train, you protect your energy. You're a light worker and an empath. The narcissists are always going to come around you, and they're going to try to bring you back down because you're too powerful where you belong, of the light, healing people, like growing people, like bringing the light, elevating the planet of our earth, dissolving that energy that's down there. You're here to dissolve the entire energy that's low. They're here to protect that energy. So if they have you in their clutches, you can't do your work here. It's not their fault. When we cross over to the other side, we're going to fully understand what this is all about. That's as much information as I have lots of information. I've been studying it for a couple years. I also am learning through a narcissist empath relationship. So this has all just been like an experiment. Like, what is this? You see empath and narcissist constantly, and I can only explain what I've felt as a light worker, that I was blocked from doing my work here. And I'm still constantly trying to be blocked from doing my work here. So keep that in mind and be very careful, because they're going to send you other people. Other people are going to come around you as you heal and as you grow. They're going to send you people that's going to try to derail you and stop you. And I just want you to stay strong, stay in your meditation, stay with your group, study, train, exercise, learn, and teach it. Because education, teaching other women and men about what this is, what it feels like, how to heal. So as you learn how to heal, we learn with you. You teach us how to heal. As you heal, we learn how to heal. And everyone around you learns how to heal. It's hard, obviously. You know, we've been through a lot, both of us. I can tell you that. I'm still through it, and you're still in it, especially if you're in a divorce. You're in the middle of it. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Look at these chicas. Yeah.
That's look forward to.
Yeah, and I can show this is going to happen very intense, very fast. So everything's going to be moving very fast, which is beautiful. We need to be moving in the other direction very fast. There's going to be a lot of healing that's happening. Again, you're aware. So the veil of illusion that you've been living in for so long, due to the person who's been blocking you from seeing who you truly are. And I don't want you to go negative with that, because you're just helping them. If you do that, you have to move above them. You have to rise above them. They're going to stay where they're at. You have to, and it's like an intertwining, and you need to unravel it and get it out, get it off of you. And even in your times of quietude, you're going to feel those tentacles come back, and you're going to unwrap them and say, no, thank you. No, thank you. And it's going to be a process of constantly monitoring that energy, because that energy wants you back, wants to tell you you're not good enough, wants to tell you it's your fault, wants to remind you of how bad you are, wants to tell you all the blah, 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 blah that they tell you, because you're safer down where they need you versus where you need to be. I also see that you have guidance. So your guides are here with you. They're working with you. They're talking to you. They're holding your hand. They're with you throughout this entire let's see. There's you and there's them. So they got you. They have you. They have you, but we have to listen to them, and we have to remember the difference between what the other energy feels like and what their energy feels like. And to be honest, we are in a battle. We see it on every TV, the battle of light and dark. There's a battle. I don't fully understand it. I only know it's there. I feel it. So don't let the other side win. And you are the only one that can stay on the other side. And it's not easy, and it's an everyday battle. Trust me, it's every single day, monitoring your mind, monitoring your thoughts, monitoring your energy, protecting your energy. And when you feel that weird drop, like, I'm not feeling good, what's happening is that person is thinking about you. And when that person thinks about you, they send that energy straight to you. And as an empath, if you're not aware of that, you get highly affected, and all of a sudden you're not feeling good. And all of a sudden that person's in your mind, and all of a sudden your mind starts repeating and rolling over all the things that happened to you. That's not your energy. It's theirs. And they've shot it at you. So instead of riding that roller coaster with them, say, no, thank you. I recognize this. Crazy lady on the internet told me. Not happening. Okay? Not letting it happen. And I recognize it all the time when this person thinks about me. I now can identify when that energy comes to me. My mind is so trained to align with that energy that all of a sudden, the next thing you know, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling unhealthy. I'm feeling battered again. I'm repeating what's happened again. And I caught it and said, that's not my energy. Remove it from my field. And it goes away. But you must identify it, that it's not yours, and remove it from my field. Those are the keywords. This is not my energy. Remove it. And it's like some kind of magic trick. And it just dissolves. Now, in about 30 seconds later, it's going to come back because he has another thought about you. So you have to, until you get those tentacles unwrapped and you block that energetic stream, every time you feel it, I like to put mirrors up and gates up, and it's not coming my way, but I have to do it constantly. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're referring to, and out of my field, I'll stick with it and see where that works.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, I'm with you. I get it, but it's important. You're such a light worker. That's why you've been through this. That's why you had to experience this. So as you get strong, you'll heal others. People are watching you. The world is watching you. Your energy, as it releases, you pave the pathway for all of us behind you to come to walk in your steps. So you're healing not only yourself, but all of us who are underneath you, who are needing the healing as well. All of us, me too. As I'm healing, I'm helping too. It's not easy, but it's important work. And why we have to go through it, I don't know yet, but I will study it, because we all as empaths are dealing with these narcissists, and I don't know if they're aliens. I don't know where they come from, but they're not really of the light. There's some weird people, and I feel some kind of light underneath it deep down, but it's just been so damaged. It's just been, their energy's been so damaged. They're more like a hole versus anything.
Yeah.
So,
like a black hole. Did you know that the star will actually rotate around the black hole and start to lose its shine and eventually get sucked into the black hole?
There you go. They're black holes.
They are.
Yeah, I know. And I don't understand who they are, where they come from. Are they because let's just be weird for a second. Are they like an alien race? Are we all battling for the planet? I mean, let's just think for a second. Is there really a battle between light and dark, and they're the warriors for the dark, and we're the warriors of the light? Because the one I was with is definitely the Prince of Darkness, and I'm the Princess of Light. So we were I swear, he's the Prince of Darkness. I mean, swag, looks, everything. He's like the thorn, the rose. He's powerful on the other spectrum. If I'm here, he's there. We're in a spectrum battle. It's bizarre. I've never experienced anything like it.
Yeah.
So I've had to study. I've been studying for the last 2 years about it, and you look like you're do it, study, learn.
I'm trying.
We need it. I know. And good luck, baby. I didn't marry him. I called off my wedding. But I almost married him. Yeah. Well, I kept, my guides were like, no. And I was like, come on. And like, no. I'm like, he's so cute. And they were like, no. I'm like, fine. So I listened, but he's still very much in my life. Still to this day. It's been 6 years and he's still very much in my life every day. Yeah, so he's not out. I'm not out either. I'm with you. I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
And unless you've been through it, unless you've really truly experienced it, it's hard to understand.
Mm-hmm. For
You know, to even get our head straight, to even understand how to think again, speak again, live again, because they've messed with us for so long. The gaslighting and I mean, mess with our heads. Like, I've never been trained like that. This jump, I'm like, how high? You need me to jump high? Is that high enough? Oh, it's not high enough. It doesn't matter how high.
Let me try again.
I jumped.
Let me try
It's
again.
never high enough. Oh, it's too high. Never mind. It was too low. They could hit a 0 and they'd be like, you didn't hit the 0 fast enough. See? And then you're like, okay, go faster. You know what? No, you didn't hit the 0 fast enough with your toes pointed. Oh, I had to point my toes. It's like nothing is ever right.
Never.
Man,
never good
with your
enough.
head, girl. Nothing is ever good enough. I know. So keep in touch. I know how you're feeling. We are all of us have been exposed to a narcissist, which thank God it's becoming more common knowledge. Women, I didn't know what a narcissist was. Did you?
Mm-mm.
I didn't either. I didn't know. I went into this naive as heck.
Me too.
Boy,
now I know.
Now I know. And we have to tell all of the other women.
Yes.
And men, because men are dealing with it too. Yeah. We have to educate people as to the signs and symptoms of what a narcissist is, and they need warning labels.
Yeah.
And good luck to their next supply. The poor girls have no clue what they're getting into.
No idea.
And you can't fix that or help that, because
if you try to, you're the crazy one then.
You're crazy. Of course you're crazy. I'm crazy. You're crazy. Yeah. They won't believe you, but I didn't believe it. I didn't believe the girl who tried to tell me. I didn't believe her. She tried to tell me. And I was like, no, I love him. He's the best ever. Now I'm like, should I tell the next girl? This poor little girl has no idea. And I can just pray and say, I don't know, you know, and then I have to say, like, what did we do karma-wise to do this? But I know that we are meant to learn. We have to learn. You're strong enough. We are strong enough to get ourselves out of this and learn how to help people. There's a testimony in you. And don't let this go for no reason. Teach your daughters, teach your nieces. I don't mean to say just girls, because I know boys have gone through it too, you know, but we're strong enough to get out of it. And I have to be honest, I don't know where you're at in your recovery process, but I'm stronger now and smarter now than I've ever been before.
I'm getting there. I'm definitely feeling a strength like I've never had because I'm doing it completely on my own. And I have been for almost a year now, and I'm doing just fine with it. So
yeah, I've been 2 years and I'm still not okay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want you to think it's been a year, so you should be better. We've been through something that is big. I don't know. It's intense. And so I haven't dated. I won't date. I won't. I've tried a little bit and I'm so afraid to and I've met so many other narcissists because they smell me out. Weird, right? What is that? They know somehow that I've been involved, and they know that I can somehow be manipulated. I have like a stamp on my head or something. So I've stopped dating completely. And I don't know when I'll be ready for that again, because I've tried a couple of times and all of it has, I can't, now I run. Also, I get so one weird word out of you and I'm like out. One, like, why didn't you, I am so hypersensitive to it. I just know I'm not ready, and I don't know when I'll be ready, but I'm really honoring myself and learning to love myself, learning to take care of myself, learning self-love. I'm still learning. I'm not there yet, but I'm learning every day.
That, and you're exactly what I want to be doing in a year from now. So I hope that I can make it up that path too.
Yeah. So don't be impatient with yourself. I wasn't expecting this to take as long as it was. I've always bounced back before, but this is something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not alone.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Keep in touch. Check in. Let me know how things are going. Comment anytime. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Bye, Katrina. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lynn says, It makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Mwah, you're welcome. Okay, so I promised Amanda for a reading, and then Hannah, I will give you a reading. So let's go to Amanda, and then I will do Hannah. And then let's see. Oh, we have someone saying they've been sent to by the gods. Oh, this is interesting. I have no idea who this person is, so let's respect their space. But Amanda Robinson, I've been sent to you by the gods and the ancestors. Text me privately to know the revelations. Well, that sounds fascinating. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, but no judgment here. All right, Amanda, it's all you, girl. I'm reading for you right now. I hope you're on and you keep in track. Let's take a breath. There she is for all of us nonetheless. Okay. Amanda. Amanda didn't want to give me her energy. Amanda, do you know that you keep that energy inside of you tight, don't you, baby? You don't share it very often. You were like, mm-mm. You didn't mean to keep it in you, but you're not used to sharing that energy. And I see why. So, oh, that's interesting. Okay, darling. So interesting. Okay. I feel like all I do is talk about relationships. That's all I do. Maybe, you know what? I read the way I'm meant to be reading, and this is it. Okay, first of all, you are exhausted. You have so much energy around you that isn't really been healthy for your beautiful, beautiful light worker soul. And you're not only a light worker, you are an ascended master here on this planet. Not everyone pulls a master card. So a master means you're a light worker times 10, and you have the ability to become a master healer on this earth if you so choose to take this path and this destiny. So what that means is whatever you're doing for work, whatever you're doing for school, whatever you're doing, that's all fun. But the reason why it doesn't feel fulfilling and it feels off a little bit, you might be going through life, but you're like, is this it? Is this really the best it's got? It's because you have so much power inside of you and you're not walking on your yellow brick road. So I call it a yellow brick road. Yellow brick road is when we're walking on our destiny. Our energy in our environment is healthy. And the type of people that we have around us are healing for us versus zapping our energy. So you have energy around you that's zapping your energy, that's draining your energy. So what I do want to let you know is that you have an idea about certain things. You have a plan. You already have this tossing around in your head. You're just trying to figure out like what, how, when, blah. You probably haven't told anyone about this, but I'm going to let you know that, yes, that idea is being supported by the universe. So things are gonna move things are gonna feel intense, but they're not gonna happen overnight. So I feel like there may be some patience and planning. You're gonna need some patience. So you just want it to be done right now. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean you can't take those steps and begin to make those moves and begin to make those changes. But I want you to be patient because looks like you got a little bit of time ahead of you, maybe 6 months or maybe a year, something like that. So some planning and patience. But I'm gonna show you something, okay? No more living like this. I know this card. You are overstretched, drained, and exhausted. Look at that guy. He's tired. He's tired. Don't live like that. Okay, master. So what does it mean to be a master? That means you have to study. You're not going anywhere for a little while. You can't make any changes right off the bat. So I'd like you to privately start studying this stuff. You don't need to be telling everyone. You don't need to be sharing what you're doing. I want you to take these studies and these practices on your own. Mastery level means that I want you to study some Osho, Eckhart Tolle. Begin to listen to Ram Dass. Teal Swan and Matt Connor, good, but those three I just gave you are masters like you. So you may need to get up to that point where you can understand certain things. Eckhart Tolle is my master teacher. It's not that easy to understand at first. I've been listening to him for 10 years and I can still listen to him every day. But I'd like you to try to think about that. So I'm also being told that you're being communicated by and you're receiving information, but I need you to understand that the information that you're receiving is accurate. It is flowing through you, and there's a relationship that they would like to build with you. So while you can't completely control or change your external circumstances, I want you to turn your thoughts internally right now. So this is about developing a relationship between you and your guides and your master level. So it's all about you. This healing is going to take place. So we're in a healing process right now. These few steps are going to take some adjusting. Now, I want to let you know that there's an energy in your life that probably the similar energy that's exhausting you. That, you smile, you hug, you love, you fist bump, it's all good. And they're like smiling and hugging and fist bumping, but behind it, I'm just going to say it. Y'all got y'all are it's false. Behind the smiles and everything is good, underneath it, you're like, no, this isn't, no. And whether this hurts or not, the other person's feeling the same way. So you're kind of in this situation where things seem fine here, but underneath they're not. Now, also what's happening is you're this, again, master, light worker, healer, empath, ascended, guru, spiritual law here on the planet. And you're surrounded by people who don't have a clue what that even means. They will not understand you. They could not understand this conversation right now. They don't understand what I'm talking about. So you are a lion trapped amongst sheep. Bless the sheep, we love them, but they will not understand you. So you're feeling kind of alone, and you're not feeling like you can talk to anyone, and you're not feeling like anyone understands why you know things the way you do, why you feel things the way you do. So you might try to share this stuff, and you cannot share it with the people who are around you. Amanda, you have not found your tribe. So work, personal, friends, family, we love them, but they are not your tribe. You have to find people like me. Find them. It could be in a church. It could be in yoga. It could be in groups. It could be online. I don't know where you're going to find them, but find people like us. Find other light workers. Find other healers. Find other masters. That's when you begin to feel better. Source is telling me that they're communicating to you. And here's what you said. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, you can say it because people think you're crazy. I know. Wow, yes, I've been getting messages from people who have passed. Yeah, not entirely sure who the messages go to. And of course, I'm not very open about it because, of course, people think I'm crazy. Yes, you're around people who will think you're crazy, and you're not wrong about that. You can't talk to the people who are around you. You have to find people like me who don't think you're crazy, who can work with you, who understands you. And actually, it's a good point because I am going to start a class for crazy people like us. So keep posted. I'm going to start a class where people can talk, where you can talk and you can tell me how you're feeling and I can let you know you're not crazy. But all the people around you think you're crazy. So please stop trying to even, and I know you probably haven't, but I can talk to them. Like, for example, I was visiting my family this week, and they don't understand a word I say. They don't understand what I'm doing. They don't understand anything that I'm saying to you. They think I'm crazy too, and they're looking at me like, there's something wrong with me. And here's the thing, I don't try to talk to them anymore. So I find that I just keep quiet around them. It's okay to be quiet around them, but I can't live my entire life around people that I can never speak my truth to, right? And I don't want to judge them for not understanding me, but I have to find people who understand me, and so do you. Okay, now there's a couple other things that you need to clear out of your energetic field so that you can move forward in your mastery level. And one is clinging to the past. So you've had some traumas, you've had some things, you've had some situations, and you keep going back and reliving them and reviewing them and seeing what could have been different, what could have been changed, why this happened. Maybe things could have been, something else could have happened, but we got to let it go. I have to let it go too. It's like, that's the past. I can't go back and relive it. And it's actually not even healthy for my energy. My energy wasn't healthy in that past environment, even though I want to go relive it. And maybe things might have been okay or good, but it's not who you are. It's not where your energy will be healthy. So we both have to let that go. There's also some controlling energy in your life. So there's some strong dominating forces of control that are in your life. And that's affecting you also from developing into who you truly are and your true mastery level. So like you said, you've been receiving messages from loved ones and messages from spirit. You're a very strong healer, light worker, empath. So I would love you to find a spiritual teacher, study, find your groups, find your tribe. You have such a powerful gift. And it's time for you to develop it, because your life will all of a sudden make sense. And it hasn't up until this point. So good luck. Keep in touch. I'm going to have a class. You know, it's coming. I'm going to do like a group class. Keep in touch. Make sure I have your emails, or just check in. I haven't all worked it out, but I'm getting the website together, and I'm going to do an online class, like a Zoom, like we're doing right now, where you can come on and be like, hey, I'm speaking of dead people. What does that mean? Or, hey, I can understand everyone's thoughts. What does that mean? But more importantly, how to protect your energy and how to control it, because there are other little seedlings out there that their energy is not affected by other people's energy. So you have little seeds running around, they're totally fine. But you are opening, and you have the potential to be a lotus flower. So you're an open flower. When you're an open lotus flower, everybody's energy has its way with you if you do not know how to control it. And that's what I want to teach people, you know, so that you're not feeling so strange, and you understand why you're feeling weird sometimes, and why everyone's energy is shooting at you all the time, you know, and how to control it, help it, heal it, stuff like that. Okay, keep in touch, Amanda. Good luck. Oh, there we go. See, thank you. Wonderful reading. NoNaMe. By the way, all of you who are listening, someone who was it, Belinda, my love, Belinda said you have to do a page for one tribe. So one tribe, remember I said you haven't found your tribe? That's what one tribe is for. One tribe is for all of us weirdos to get together and be weird together. So one tribe means you may not find your tribe externally, but come to us. It's called One Tribe. And NoNaMe, so NoNaMe is my guides, which is actually like the universe, which is all that is God, source, he, she, all of it, Bob. It doesn't mind what you call it. I kept asking for years, I need a name, I need a name, I need a name. And they chuckled and said, okay, NoNaMe, which is actually no name. Because names define and limit, and this energy that I communicate with, that we all communicate with, is limitless. It's that which has no name. So it is NoNaMe, no name. So it's one tribe, NoNaMe, and then I am. So I am is the last kind of two words that takes you into the universe. So when you say I am, and you don't need any other label or word that comes after it, just I am exactly who I am, whatever that means. I'm not good, I'm not bad, I'm not a girl, I'm not a boy, I'm not right or wrong, or I'm not, I am nothing. NoNaMe, I am. So that's the last two words before you step into the gates of existence. So the group is called One Tribe, NoNaMe, I am, which I am takes you into that realm of all this weirdness. So if you are not part of it, find it on Facebook. I don't even know how to tell you to do that, but it's a group, I think, or a page, one of those things. All right, keep in touch. All right, Amanda. Okay, now there I have Kimberly and I have Lisa, and I see you guys, but there was someone else who asked me for a reading, and I want to make sure I get to her. Hannah Oliver, here we go. Hannah, you came in, so I'm going to read for you, and then I'm going to get to Lisa and Kimberly. Okay, Hannah. I love that name. Wow. Here we go. Kristen. Okay, Hannah. So, you have some people. Let me take you off of here. You know it's for you. I'll leave one. So, Hannah, you have some people around you energetically that are giving you all sorts of opinions about what you should be doing and how you should be living. And this is good, and this is what you should be doing. Oh, and that's bad. You should not be doing that. Oh, and this is right. Go over there. Oh, and that's wrong. Over there. And everyone is kind of very, I don't know if it's like dominating and like telling you this is what you should do. And you kind of feel like you're pulled in all these directions. And what's happening is you're kind of allowing yourself in a way to be swayed and moved by everyone, probably trying to accommodate everyone. You're probably like this kind of like this sweet person who wants to try to make everyone happy. And so you're actually loaning your energy out to everyone. So you're like just letting it happen. And then everyone's giving you their opinions and you're like letting it happen because it makes them feel better. But the reality is it's not really helping you per se, because everyone has a different opinion. And the reality is, I'm just going to say it, these are not licensed professionals. They have their own agendas. They have their own intentions. They have their own life experiences, and they are sharing all of that with you. And they're kind of expecting you to do what they want you to do because they've said it to you. But really, who are they to say these things to you, kind of thing, with all the politeness in the world? So it's not that you can stop that from happening, because we can't. These people are in our lives, so we can't just cut them out. Right? It doesn't work like that. But this is what we can do. Here we go. So there, you see all those people talking to you? You're going to be like, it's okay. I love you. You can share all those opinions with me, but it doesn't mean I have to listen to them. It doesn't mean I have to obey everything they say. So, you know, when my mother wants to give me advice, or my father wants to give me advice, or my friend wants to give me advice, my sisters want to give me advice, everybody wants to give me advice. It's not like I'm like, screw you guys. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm going to do my own thing. I don't say that. I allow the advice to be shared if I feel that it's healthy for me. If I feel that's a boundary that I'm willing to allow, fine. Okay, but I allow the information to flow through me. So you should do this and this and this. I'm like, I know that this person is telling me this because they care. I know that this person is telling me this because they want what's best for me. I appreciate this person's presence in my life. Thank them for taking the time to even share their opinions with you. Listen to the nice hum of their voice. Appreciate their presence. So these are all things that I do while the opinions are coming at me. But I don't take those opinions inside, let them get stuck in my head, and let them pull me down a wild goose chase. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, a little bit of relationship stuff. So we had this idea of how a relationship should be, you know, and we want this relationship to work, and we just want things. We see the best. You're probably a very positive person. You like to see the best in everything. And it's probably not true, like full. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I know this card. It's kind of like, I want this, or I have this idea. I want this relationship. But when we're just keep thinking about it, we keep sending energy into something it's just not real. Sorry. Okay. So also you have these gifts inside of you, you know, the universe is communicating to you. You have all these gifts inside of you. And I would like you to find an outlet that you're able to really share comfortably with other like-minded souls that are kind and loving like you are, that in an environment where you feel you can share your gifts and share your knowledge and share the beautiful things that you have inside of you in a comfortable, flowing, kind, compassionate environment. So we need to find that place for you. I'd like you to trust this process. So I guess, you know, you're going to have some trust here. You're going to need to have some trust. And things, when we have to have like blind trust, it can be a little scary because we don't really know what's going to happen, and we don't really know if it's right, and we don't really know if the choices are right. But the universe is telling you that they have your back, they have things under control, and they're asking you to trust the process. The universe is taking care of you right now. So there's some energy in your life also that feels, it's going to be a little bit harsh energy. And it's going to feel like, again, like things are so great. Things are amazing. My life is great. I am good. My work is good. I'm just this great person. And look at my yacht, and look at my car, look at my job. Things are so good. Meanwhile, well, okay, the car, you know, is about to have flat tires. The yacht is 12 years old. It's got a few holes in it. It's patched. And, you know, things aren't as good as they seem. You can see that things aren't as good as they seem for this particular person, but they cannot see it. And they will never see it because they feel like they've made it. They feel like they've made it in this world. So there's no need for them to grow in any way. Well, when there's no need for people to grow, that means that they're going to be happy with their yacht with the holes in it, and their car with the flat tires, and their job that, you know, is really not as good as it seems. So just keep that in mind. There's also some energy around you that has some real strong moral, you know, judgment. So moral judgment means this is the right way, and there's no other way. This is good, and that is bad. This is right, and that is wrong. And there's no other way. So it's like black, white. Well, guess what? The world has 50 shades of gray. It really does. There's so many different shades. There's so many different interpretations of what's right. There's so many different interpretations of what's wrong. And this particular energy that's in your field is just real tough and real strict and not flowing and not moving and not willing to compromise. So I'm also showing that as the universe is communicating to you, because the universe is communicating to you, and they want you to develop some metaphysical studies, some spiritual health, some meditation, some they want you to move beyond illusion and practice the presence of now. So the power of now, present moment awareness. So this is very important. So I'd like you to study this. Eckhart Tolle, you might not understand it all the way right now, but I want you to Google and meditate the power of now, present moment awareness, timeless dimension, because you have the ability to develop this, and you're also very creative. So you need to make sure that your environment is conducive to you being creative. You have gifts to share. So right now your environment isn't fully supporting who your soul is, right? So little things to clean up. Just keep in mind those energies that are around you, because when we're around those real tough moral, right, wrong, there's no flow there. There's no creative outlet there. There's, you know, it's a stopped environment. So that's all. Keep that in mind. Clean up some of your stuff, and you'll be in good shape. Hope you heard that. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's see, who do I have? Oh, hi, Laura with the parrot. Yeah, Maggie. Where's Maggie? Maggie and her little friends. I got her a friend, a parakeet. Maggie and her friend Parakeet. I call him Little Bird. They're underneath my table, but at least they're not eating my jewelry. Okay, hi Jeffrey. Let's see. Kristen, it sure is delightful to see you back on here tonight. Fabulous show. Thank you, Jeffrey. I missed you guys too. I should not be taking any breaks. Well, see, that's a moral thing. I took my break. I appreciated my break, and it made me miss y'all so much more, which is good. All right, so hopefully let's see, our hand, I don't know, I got that reading. Okay, here we go. Lisa, I believe you came on first. So Kim, I'm going to get to you. I think Lisa was on there first. So I'm going to bring Lisa on. Hi. Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
How you doing? I recognize you, right? I've seen you before, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to try to find Jeffrey's. There it is. I'm learning how to do that. Now, give me 1 second, because I know that people are leaving messages on certain spots, and I promise you guys, let me just see if I can make sure to find your messages. Now, give me it's loud. That's so loud. Hold on. I always forget, and then I get off the show and I have all these messages, and then I completely forgot to check them. Oh, they're coming through there. What else? You know what? Y'all, if I did not get to your message and you're writing on my personal page, I apologize. Please click on the link and you can find me there. So tell me, Lisa,
Hi.
are you well?
Am I well?
Wait, I missed what you said.
I said, I think, yeah, fine.
Oh, good. You're well. You feeling good? It's good. I'm feeling better now that I was with you guys. I was feeling a little cranky before. I think you need to come on every day, because I always feel better when I'm on. And then when I'm off here, then the world is weird again. It's just all those different energies are all around all the time.
Absolutely. How do I have you as sister's new and you're with me? Want to know, can't figure out her your link.
Oh, wait, Lisa,
Uh-huh.
for some reason, everything you just said clicked in and out. So will you start again?
Sure. My sister's here and how does she get the link on be able to
On the phone?
she's on the phone. How does she get the link to get live?
There is a way to do it because I clicked on with my phone. So does she have Facebook or?
Yes.
She does. So I feel like if she goes on Facebook did she try this?
Yes.
And she tried to click the link.
I copied it, then paste it in the toolbar. It won't let you on the.
Let me see. I did it. I did it once. So I'm going to try it and just see if I can click it again. So I'm on it. Okay, I see it and I'm going to click.
Huh? Where's your?
Oh, and it does say open this page in Safari. Oh, I see it. Copy link. And then this is what Joseph told me to do. You have to go to like Google Chrome or Safari. I don't know if you tried this. I'm going to try it because I never tried it myself. And then paste. And then let's see if that works. Oh, and then it gives me an option to continue with Facebook. So Joseph told me I have to, after I copy it, I have to go to either a Safari browser or a Google Chrome browser. Paste it in there.
I did, but coming up as a for you.
It's not coming up. Oh, and then it's even making it. Yeah, it's not even letting. Let's see. It's telling me mobile number or email, so it's not being easy, is it? I have to figure out. I don't know. I have to get better at that. Joseph is better than I am with this stuff.
I figured it out too. I don't want you to miss because of me.
Oh no, I'm fine. Trust me. I want to figure that out. If you have a question, I'm sure there's lots of other people who have the same question. I will maybe try to get some instructions. I'm gonna thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Oh,
That wasn't as easy, and I can give you a reading if you want. Lisa, do you want a reading?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna eat a grape. I have a grape.
I can give you when she's.
Yep.
She's gonna have to call Lisa.
Just gonna come on. Just take my.
Oh, she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Lisa.
Yes.
Breathe. Give me your energy.
I better stop.
She's distracted, so I'm hijacking it anyway. I tell you, same way I pull, everyone can pull energy the same way. Everyone can. Everyone. I just happen to be crazy enough to believe I can do it, which allows it to happen. So the thing is that, we're also sensitive to energies. At the same way I just tuned into your energy and pulled the energy into the cards, we all do this all day, every day. And that's why we have to be so careful about the type of energy that we're allowing in our field.
Right.
So you are, I don't know if I've told you this before, but you are a light worker, empath, healer, a flowering woman here on this particular lifetime right now. you have the ability to reach spiritual enlightenment. And the good news is that if you do it now in this lifetime, however much work you do now towards this spiritual enlightenment, when you get born again, which is going to happen, sorry, you come into this earth with that type of spiritual enlightenment. So all the work you do now in this way, you're going to have a really amazing life next time around, because you come in with full consciousness. So am I. I'm going to have a great life coming through, because I've done my work now. But one of the, being like a master teacher and healer worldwide, that's why we're here as a light. I'm going to show you. She doesn't pull for everybody. I haven't seen her at all tonight. Just for you, Lisa.
Just for me.
She's pulling for you. Look at her. This girl's happy, man. She's got her dark. She's got her light. She's not overly judging herself. She's not judging everyone else. She's really at a place of peace. She's found a place of peace in her life. She goes outside and she knows how to appreciate how beautiful the grass feels on her feet, and how nice the wind blows, and how the wind just envelops her, and how the sun shines on her, and how things are going to be okay. You pulled a lot of this. So are you aware of this?
You had mentioned before that about that, but I'm not sure how to understand it.
Yeah. You have such beautiful abilities to be weird like me. You can do this. Like, I would love you to go into Dr. Wayne Dyer and just start studying a little more about this. Just start looking into it a little bit more, and just see if you can't develop some of these true gifted abilities that you have, because you have a beautiful existence. Now, I want to bring some playfulness back, silliness, funness, like goofiness. So we're not taking everything so seriously. We want to go outside and just dance to music and eat ice cream and like stare at butterflies. And so I want to ask for some self-care, and some silliness and some fun and some dancing, and dancing under the moonlight, listening to some of your favorite music, lighting candles, lighting sage, listening to meditations, feeling your feet in the sand. So bringing some of that light around you. I again see an integration with light and dark. I honestly, if you were to develop this, you could be a teacher too, because I see that you have the abilities to not only develop this here, but to teach it, to actually teach it. You are a healer, what's the word here? You have energy in your life that's blocking this from happening a little bit. So the energy in your life is stopping you from developing, is stopping your soul from expanding in the way that it needs to expand. And there are some old belief systems and some archaic views of right and wrong, and someone kind of passing some judgment, and feels a little like walking on eggshells. And when a soul such as yours that wants to flow out is in an environment where every time they flow out, they're cracking eggs and things aren't right and things are wrong, that soul stops flowing. And so there's a little bit of that happening right now. And when that soul stops flowing, it's like we're watching the whole world go by out there, but because of that eggshells and those belief systems, and every time we make a move, it's the wrong move, we tend to then watch the world go by. So we're watching the flowers bloom, but we're not smelling them. We're watching the grass grow, we're watching the wind and watching the sun, but we're not experiencing it because, well, we're just not feeling good enough to it, because there's so many rules and so much judgment that's been placed around us that we can't really move forward. There's some like compromising energy that's like, just no, and this is the way it is, and this is right. And and I'm not going to compromise on this. And it's tiring to your little soul a little bit. So you've kind of just watched, you've kind of just let that go. And so you're just watching everything move around you, but you're so powerful that I don't want you to live the rest of your life like that. You know, you have too much to give, too much light. Your soul is so big. It's so strong. It's so powerful. It has the ability to heal the world, the world will feel your soul once it's free. You know, it's powerful. It's important. Your energy is important. And there's other forces that we don't understand put in place to stop your soul from flowing because of the amount of healing that could happen. There really is a little bit of a battle going on between who's going to take control over this energy on this earth. And your energy is so strong that there's things put in place to stop your energy from flowing because you'd have such a strong effect. It would affect the world when your energy begins to flow. So I'm going to say, don't give up. This isn't the end of you. This is not where your story ends. You know, there's just too much more. And I know that can be a little scary and a little like hard to understand, and it's going to take a lot of courage, and there's some fear there, and there's some uncertainty there, and don't let that side win, and don't let that stop you from being who you came to this earth to be, because I'm staring at it right now that you have an entire destiny in front of you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. There is a lot on right now, and it's a lot of negative things that are negative. And kind of very fearful that the evil is going to be good because it has.
Yeah,
So
I see that.
I'm talking
I can
a
see
little bit of a riddle because, you know, of the situation, but I just want to know, is it going to come at the end? And if it's going to be a long process or if it's going to be.
Good question. I didn't see a timeline, but what I can say is this. The only way to fix the situation, and I don't even think you're not gonna even like my answer. You're gonna be like, really? You have got to begin to heal yourself. So your energy right now is so outside of yourself, is so spent on trying to fix, spent on trying to heal, spent on trying to get the negativity, spent on trying to control, spent outside of yourself, that you're left a little bit empty inside. And the situation will not heal if this is the case. It will continue down its course. But when you cut your energy source off from everything external that's taking it, and I don't know exactly what that means, but you got to stop the flow. You need to pull that energy back inside of yourself, and you need to say, Lisa, what do you need? Just you, just Lisa. We cannot control everything that's happening outside of ourselves. We cannot control the players. We cannot control external circumstances. We cannot control people to do certain things, behave certain ways, situations to heal. We have zero control over that. The only thing that we can do is work on ourselves. And when we work on ourselves, everything will heal around you. Everything will heal. Every situation will heal. But it may not be exactly what you think. Things are going to change and shift and move in a way that may seem surprising to you. It may not be exactly, it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's going to be, but it's what needs to happen for you, for the situation. And you're going to be so happy and so healed and so loved And everything that's happening outside of you is not going to have anything to do with you anymore. It's not going to be able to affect you internally.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
A little.
A little.
I'm very confused on how to get that. How do I
get it?
Yeah, how do I get there?
I'm going to pull one more time, and let me tell you. So when you wake up in the morning, and when you go to bed at night, and every day, every second in between, you're healing people and situations. You're giving your energy to calm things, to make everything okay, to try to fix things.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. You're giving away, giving. You're giving so much that you cannot heal yourself. You have nothing left for yourself. You've never even thought about yourself. You've never even thought about what you need. You've never even thought and to tell you the truth, where you're at right now, I don't even feel like you would even take what you need, because you wouldn't feel even comfortable doing that.
Right.
But that's what has to happen. And that's the big change, is that and this is, you're going to have to feel a little selfish, which is so weird for you. So weird for you to even be like, what, Lisa needs something? Lisa's going to ask for something? Lisa wants something? What does Lisa want? And here's the thing. You're not getting it from external circumstances. Your sister's not giving it to you. The person who just walked out of the room is not giving it to you. This is going to be very strange for you. You have to take care of yourself, and no one can do that for you. And the only way the situation is going to be healed is when you learn what Lisa wants. So the only relationship that matters right now is the one with yourself. That's the hardest thing you're going to have to do, because I don't know why society has raised us to where we give and give and give and give and give and give, and we just ignore ourselves to accommodate. It's part of just how we've been raised as children, but especially as little girls,
Right.
to give everything away just to make everything okay all the time. But it's not going to help anyone for you to keep doing that. And to be honest, you've done it for so long. So why don't you just stop? Just stop.
Well, now that's easier said than done.
I know. Everything's going to shift and move. I know it's not easy. I told you we're going to like my answer.
Wow.
It's hard because
I don't like it. It's just more that how do you do that? How do you take care of kids, people, everybody since I'm 7 years old? It's hard to do that.
it's one baby step at a time. And that's the reason why I said this to you. You've been doing it your whole life. So you've given everything to everyone your whole life. And you're so good at it. Whatever those kids need, you give them. Whatever everyone needs, you give them. You never think twice about whether you're comfortable giving that. Ever. That's never even crossed your dang mind. However old you are, you've never thought once whether you're okay with giving it. You never had. And so you've done your time. If you think about it, how much more? It's been your whole life. You've given everyone everything, and people aren't going to like it when you start taking care of yourself, Lisa. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not used to it.
Yeah,
It's going to be very weird. But you have a choice and you have a choice, and it's totally okay. So you can live the rest of your life giving it all away. That's your karma here. But I saw right now it doesn't have to be. You have a dang choice. You have a real choice that you don't have to do it anymore. But these karma cards will come around your next life if you don't choose it now. I don't know. You want to do this all over again?
Heck no.
I'm just saying.
Maybe giving, but tough too.
So, and I can say this because I went through this. this happened to me too. I was younger, thankfully, when it happened to me, because I had given so much of myself away, like you have, so I can feel it inside of you. I can feel it. I had a complete nervous mental breakdown, but
Yeah.
I had given
real bad.
Yeah, because I gave everyone everything. I mean, my friends would come and they wanted, and I gave them my energy, my time, my mother, my sisters, my children, my partner, whatever they needed, I gave them. And I never once ever asked myself one time, never, if I was okay with it.
Right.
I just,
You just did.
I just did it because that's what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And I lived my life until there was nothing left. I gave it all away. I had nothing in the tank. My gas tank was empty, and I was a freaking mess. And I didn't even mean to, and I didn't even know what had happened. And I was driving myself to a mental hospital, because I was in such bad shape that I said, I'm broken. I need some kind of pills. I must be like manic or bipolar, undiagnosed. I need, and I went to on my way to the mental hospital, I heard a voice in my head that said, call Richard. And I'm like, Richard was an old therapist that I had. And on my way to the mental hospital, I called Richard and I said, listen, I'm going to the mental hospital, or I'm coming to you. And he said, come right now. And this is what he told me, what I just told you. He said, Kristen, everything I just told you is what he told me. And it was at that very moment that I swear to God, inside of my head, I heard a little, hi. It was a baby little voice that said, hello. And I'm like, oh, what is that? It was me. There was something inside of me that I had never even spoken to before. I didn't ask Kristen ever what Kristen wanted. Kristen just gave whatever, Kristen never. And that little voice stopped me from going to the mental hospital. So I held on to that little voice, and you know what? There was nothing else left. I couldn't give anything to my children anymore. My partner had to get a nanny. I couldn't even take care of them anymore. I had neglected myself for that long and that severely. I couldn't speak to my mother. I had nothing to give her. I couldn't give her the energy she needed. I couldn't be with my partner. I couldn't do anything. And it was that little voice that I said, well, hi, hello, little voice, hello. And she was like, hi. And then I asked her, like, and we started this relationship, and it was just me and her. I had nothing left to give. So I don't want you to get to this point. I had nothing left. And from that day, which was, my daughter was probably 1 in diapers still, and she's 13 now. So 13 years ago, I developed that relationship with myself. And I have to be careful not to slip back into giving. I have to be careful. But still to this day, I say, well, now, Kristen, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Kristen? Well, I don't know if I want to see my mother today. I just can't. She takes away from my energy. And well, you don't have to see her. You don't have to take her call. You don't have to do the 5th load of laundry. You don't have to give your energy, because it's not just about doing, it's about you're loaning your energy out. So when someone wants to talk to you, you listen. When someone's in a bad mood, you try to make it better. When someone is crying, you try to fix them. When someone wants to talk about their problems, you listen. When someone's hungry, you make them food. But sometimes you're tired too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I have loved my life ever since I heard that little voice. And people aren't going to love it. I'm not going to lie. Whoever's been, they don't mean to, but you've always been there. So they don't mean to be a taker. You have no boundaries. You have no boundaries.
This is true.
Yeah. So we get to learn boundaries, and we get to learn to take care of ourselves, Lisa. And you have a choice on how. So that's how to do it. You asked how to do it. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Self-love and self-care. And guess what? I don't know how to help you. Your sister doesn't know how to help you. That person who walked out of the room has no clue how to help you. Those children don't know how to help you. Yes, I know. The only person who knows how to heal you and to make you feel good and make you feel loved and cared for is you. You got to talk to her.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, good luck. I'm I'm in a better place. And it did feel selfish to me at first. It felt very selfish. So for me and you, it didn't feel right at first, but I learned that it was necessary to talk to myself and say, you know what, I don't feel like getting up and just giving this person everything, you know? I got to take care of myself, and I'm going to say no. And I'm going to ask myself first, how am I feeling? You know what? Kids, I don't care. They're cute. I get it. I got kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews. They don't mean to. They're takers too. So I can't give that. If I'm not taking care of myself, sometimes I got to go into my room and shut my door and say, y'all feed yourselves. You're fine. Damn.
There you go.
Your laundry
like
is fine.
Well, thank you. That's good.
You're welcome. All right. Does your sister want a reading?
Yes.
Oh, Kimberly, wait. Okay. Sister has to wait. Kimberly is next.
Okay.
Sister, don't disappear.
I won't.
Okay. All right, Kimberly, you're next, and then I'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's see. Let me get right here.
Yay.
Hi, you. Hi. How are you, sweetheart?
Oh,
Oh, that good, huh? You're that good? Oh my God. I've thought about you a few times, you know. I've thought about you. How's the addictions? How's the struggle there?
30 days and counting and moving on, self-love, trying to let go of the past and moving forward and stop worrying about what everybody else thinks about me. And I'm just healing, like, you know, just take the high road and stop. It's self-sabotage, you know, it's just like
so self-sabotage. Why do we do that, Kimberly?
I don't know.
Why
I
do
gotta
we do
learn
that?
how to
We
love
know what
myself.
we're supposed to do, and then we do the opposite. I don't know why.
Yeah, self-worth. Just stop. Be still. Stay in the now. And you know, I've got mommy issues too.
I'm proud of you, Kimberly. This is all really good stuff.
I know I'm growing.
Everything you said, you know, I know you know this, but I'm going to tell you again. Everything you just said, you have to tell yourself 1 minute from now, all the same stuff.
I know. I've been crying a lot.
1 minute from then.
Yeah, I've been crying a lot. I've got an aunt that's dying of alcoholism. She's getting her stomach pumped from getting the blood out right now. She lives in Utah. She's an isolator. She lives in denial. It's like looking in a mirror how that could be me if I can continue that type of a road. And it's, you know, that's not my life. I love life too much. And I realize that I'm just killing my soul. It's just like shadowing my soul when I put substances in me. I've been going for walks. We are starting to make a garden in our backyard. I've been singing, dancing, trying to journal. I want to learn how to make some jewelry. I want to make some wind chimes out of wood with shells. And, you know, I'm missing my music, like my live concerts. Bob Weir and the Wolf Brothers, for St. Patrick's, I made my corned beef and cabbage. And I just live streamed the show and I listened and it made me so happy. And
I'm so proud of you, Kimberly. I am so freaking proud of you. You have no idea. I'm just,
well, you're inspirational to me. And you you know, it's like the angels brought me to you, and you're a real good mentor for me. And how exuberant you are with life and the zest and the zeal, and that's me. It's like,
but you know, you're a mentor for me too.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm not just saying that to like be a nice person. I mean it. I mean it. You waking up every day, all of us, we struggle, but you know, you've had some real addiction and you're fighting for your life. And that means you're waking up every day and you're choosing self-love. Do you know how hard that is? It's so hard.
That it's so worth it. Oh my God.
It's so worth it. But see, here's the thing, Kimberly. So what is it, alcohol that you're struggling with, or is it other stuff? Alcohol.
Well, methamphetamine, it started cocaine when I was 17. Then my friends, just meth, alcohol, just crazy stuff for 33 years. Bad news.
I lost my
Binger, relapser, just like ebbs and flows of just crazy chaos, just crazy crap. Almost feel like it's like a suicidal, just like check out.
It's a slow form of suicide, right? So
Yeah.
here's the thing that I want to mention is that just because some of us listening, we haven't gone to the extreme, that doesn't mean that we don't wake up every morning and go to McDonald's and eat that double meated cheeseburger drenched with syrup, or smoke that cigarette, or you know how many people even drink that bottle of wine a night and tell themselves it's okay because they don't have a real addiction, right? They're eating pizzas, sugar, caffeine, fried foods, poison meat, because meat that's not prepared properly is poison for us. So there's so many of us living with addictions and saying that it's okay. We're not going to doctors like we need to. We're not taking our vitamins. We're not, I don't know, sometimes we're not flossing our teeth, you know? These are all forms of self-harm and self-sabotage. And so maybe we haven't gone through the extremes that you've gone through, but to hear what you're doing, waking up, making a conscious choice to do self-love, to go on walks, to meditate. I can almost guarantee right now that every single person listening to this isn't doing as good as you are. I'm telling you, that's what makes you someone to look up to. What you just said, 30 days clean, taking your walks, making your jewelry, taking care of yourself. It's not easy, and you're doing it. I'm so proud of you.
Kristen. Thank you, Kristen.
I mean,
want a brighter day. I dream of inner peace, healing the inner child, getting rid of the trauma, the core root trauma.
You know, a big thing, Kimberly, is judgment.
Yeah, I got a lot of judgment on me. You know, when they would say you got one pointing at you, you got three coming back at yourself. So
yeah, and that judgment, when you have that in your head, that I screwed up, or I didn't do right, or I should have been better, I should have done all things, judgment, it hurts you and harms us. And all that judgment tries to do is pull your energy back down. So the moment your energy goes back down, the moment, Kimberly, okay, do you know that there's a line? There's a line, okay? So let's call this the line. I'm going to call this the line. Here we go. I love this. Here's our line.
okay.
Here we go. So this is the light, and this is the dark. Let's keep it dark. I want it to stay dark. In the dark is where addiction lives for all of us in here. So even caffeine, self-harm, not flossing our teeth, not taking our vitamins, and then it goes down to alcohol, to drugs, and worse, suicide, violence, murder. So this is all of us. We're right here, right? This is us. Now, the moment that your toes touch this, you want to do self-harm. The moment all of our toes touch this, we do self-harm. Everyone has self-harm differently. So when my toes touch it, then I like to, I don't floss my teeth at night or something. I'm eating something unhealthy. That's when that's actually just my toenail. My toenail touches it, I don't want to do something healthy. When my toe gets in there, I want to eat that bagel with cream cheese, because the truth is I'm sorry, but that bagel and cream cheese is not healthy for my body. I don't care. It tastes good, but that's processed food and it's harmful for our body. So, and I know it and everyone knows it. We can say it tastes good and tell ourselves it's fine, but it's not. The pizza, the caffeine, the So as we sink deeper and deeper, now as we get lower, now we're not feeling good, and our feet, we're up to our knees. That's where the alcohol begins to come in, right? We're starting feeling bad. As we get lower and lower, that's where the drugs come in, and the depression and the self-harm and the suicide and violence and murder is down here at the bottom. Okay, fine. So let's keep ourselves in here. It's really that simple. This is our parameter. And do you know how we keep ourselves in here? Tell me all the things you're doing, Kimberly. Tell me. You're going on walks.
Yeah.
You're going outside. You're taking breaths of fresh air. You're making jewelry. You're listening to your meditations. You're listening to music. You're dancing. You're staying here.
Okay.
And I'm proud of you. And this is what I want everyone to learn how to do, is to stay here. And I want them to set parameters and warning systems that when their toenail touches this dark stream, they have warning signs like, now I don't want to wash my face at night. Just you not washing your face at night, when you know that washing your face is healing, putting on your moisturizer is healing. Just taking the act of not doing that means that your toenails touched here. And what do? We have things that we have to do. I speak to you guys. That keeps me here. I have to do this too, you know, Kimberly. I have to stay here too. I struggle the same as you. And that's why I'm so proud of you right now. Because I struggle too. And everyone here is struggling. You know, you're not alone. You just have this here, and you're being open, and you're sharing your story with us. We're all hiding it.
Yeah. No, I'm honest, open, willingness, and I'm very eager to heal this and move past this and get through it and let it free and be free.
Now, Kimberly, the more you talk about it, and the more you share your story with us, and the more you tell us, all of us, how you're staying here, that we need your knowledge. We need to know every day how you're staying here. So I recommend you go on Facebook Live, Kimberly, and you tell us how you're doing every single day. If you have the energy to do it, and you don't need to look all fancy, you don't need to have a plan or anything, but you saying, hey guys, this is what I'm doing today to stay in the light, to keep my toes out of here. This is what I'm doing. Good luck. Make healthy choices. This is what I'm doing for self-love today. This is my jewelry. I took a walk today. Even if you're like, I am walking to stay out of this darkness, because, and in the moment you're feeling, allow us all to be your sponsors, right? And I've had to do this too. I can't do this by myself.
Love you.
Need you.
Love you.
I made it.
Yay. Our one tribe. I'm looking forward to meeting you one day. I want to ride in your Jeep.
Yay. It sounds fun, right? Well, I want to hear you give me some advice every day on how to stay here.
Okay. Love you. My husband's waiting on me for his dinner. I cooked dinner, but I said, Kristen's on, and I got on, and so grateful
I love you too, Kim,
for sharing.
I want to hear from you every day. Tell me how amazing you are every day. And guess what? If you mess up, it's okay too. You just dropped for a second, right? If you drop, you just dropped. You just get yourself back up and tell us how you did that. We need to know, all of us.
Got you.
Bye.
Love
Enjoy
you.
your dinner.
Love and peace.
One tribe. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach everyone how to do it.
Hi, darling.
Hi, Kim.
Bye. Thank you.
Keep in touch.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi.
Billy.
How's it going?
It's going good.
All right. Are you
My
ready?
name's Billy. I don't know if you got that or not.
If I got what?
My name. It's Billy.
Oh, no. What is it? What is it?
It's Billy.
That's a cute name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it, were you born with Billy? They named you Billy?
Yeah, Billy Joe.
That's freaking adorable.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. Billy Joe. My name is Billy Joe. I could have been a Billy. I could totally be a Billy Joe. I could totally do that.
I hated it when I was little, but
Yeah, but you know, you love it now, right?
I don't mind it, yeah. Because it's unique.
I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Billy. Is it Billy Joe or Billy?
Just Billy is fine.
Oh, that's so cute.
Huh?
All right, Billy. Let's do this.
It is Billy Joe, but Joe's my middle name. Yes, it is.
Billy.
Yeah, I have a Savannah Sky, a Sophia Rose, and a Leo Drew, and a Billy Joe. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Take a breath for me.
My nose soft. Cats.
Okay. Didn't think so. I have a weird human. Human? Hello, human. Texting me. Is this live? I didn't think so. Oh, I can already read your energy, human. I didn't think so. Okay.
He's like, huh.
Where are we going with this? Let's see. Look at how far we're going. Okay, so interesting. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna stop now. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. So we're all over the place a little bit. So we got pause. Yeah. Like good and bad, good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Which shows me that we have this light wanting through us, but we have these things that are blocking us in stopping us. So I see that, the first card when it pulls is usually important. So kind of like there's some circumstances that have happened to you in your life externally that have made you feel like you're stuck. And that you can't move forward. Like you just you can't, no matter what you do, no matter what you've tried, and at this point you can't. You feel like there's a gate and you're kind of like trapped with this gate with this lock, and it's like stopped you in. You're like looking over the fence like, man, I want to go out there, man, I want to do those things, but I can't. So sometimes those external circumstances, while they feel very real to us, and they do, it's hard for us to say, oh, that finance isn't a real thing, or yeah, that job, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go quit my job and go make $1 million doing something else. Like, no, the car situation, the relationship, that living situation, these are real external things that are in our way, but they make us feel like we can't move forward in the life that we want. So keep that in mind, that those external circumstances aren't as real as we make them out to be, even though they feel like it. So I want to let you know that also, I'm just going to tell you right now, you have some communication with a higher self, with a higher power. Are you aware of that? No. So sometimes, have you been having like hunches or some intuition, or maybe sometimes like you think things and then they happen, or
I dream them. Yeah.
So they would like to let you know that that's how they're communicating to you. And when I say they, it's that there's this whole weird place that we come from. I don't really know what it is. I don't know, and they say it's God, but God's not sitting on a throne, some kind of magical see-through man. That's That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a whole other dimensional place out there.
Uh-huh.
And it speaks to me, and it speaks to everyone, but not many people understand that it speaks. So this consciousness, I call it, some people call it universe, some people call it God, some people call it angels, some people call it doesn't care what you call it, but it's there, and it is talking to you.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time with my sister there.
Yeah.
Wherever it is, we have a good time.
Yeah. And I don't know where it is either. I don't get it either, but it's there. It's a thing, and it speaks. That's
I
really
always
the
ask,
bottom
is
line.
that real? Do you think it's real or just a dream?
No, it's real.
Awesome. Sweet.
It's definitely real. And furthermore, let me bring it into a scientific metaphysical thing. It's a dimension.
Really?
Yeah.
We have so many cool things that we do there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's dimension. You go visit her in a different dimension. And it's not some fancy thing. So physics will tell you, and this is proven. So I'm not all right. We are vibrations. We are vibrations. There's vibrations. That's what we are. Matter's vibrations. Atoms are vibrating. We, the earth plane, is on a vibration pattern. When your loved ones cross over, they're on a different vibration pattern. We can visit them easily. So you're just glitching your body, which my body can do, and your body can do. Everyone's body can do it. They just have to know that it's happening. They just shift into a different dimension, which is just a different vibration pattern. From there, you can go into different vibration patterns of source, of higher vibration patterns, because there's this crazy pure, what they call God, universe, but it's really just this crazy vibration pattern that's, I call NoNaMe because it's okay, this is getting fancy terms, but unmanifested. So it's just this big Play-Doh vibration pattern. And we are the Play-Doh. We're like the little Play-Doh, right? And so is your loved ones who've crossed over. This thing has just created us, right? So it's talking to you.
We did
And
some cool things. Like walk through walls. I remember all of it almost.
I've seen someone through a wall too. I've seen them.
I've walked through them with my sister. Yeah.
Crazy, right?
We don't use doors. We go through the walls.
Right. Right. Just like how I'm picking up on your energy now. Right. So there's a whole lot of stuff that we don't know. There's a whole lot of stuff science can't explain to us yet. And I don't have all the answers either, but I only know there's a whole lot of stuff we don't know about yet.
Right.
And so I love that you even know that. I love that you've experienced it, because I could tell it to you, but until you've experienced it,
right.
I'm just talking, I'm woo, 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 right? I'm the crazy lady on the internet, but I've walked through a wall. Well, I have in other dimensions, but in this dimension, I saw through a wall. I saw a person through a wall.
Right.
And physics and science can't tell me how I saw this person through a wall. It's not science. I never read that in my damn science book. Did you? Like, what? Right?
Right.
Yeah. So now, having said that, what that means is that when this happened to me and it's happened to you, is that it's time for you to begin learning about this. Like how I said, do you know about this? And you're like, not really. So learn about it.
Now
so begin to study. Yeah, like I'm telling people, I have a group class. I promise it's coming. I'm going to try to make it affordable. I'm going to do it once a week, I think. Maybe before my show on Mondays or Wednesdays, an hour before the show. And we're just going to talk about this stuff. You're going to talk about it. I want to hear your stories, because you have just as much information as I have. And the more we're sharing our information with each other, the more we all understand what these dimensions are, what's across the veil, who you saw in your dreams. I've not communicated through my dreams, but many other light workers and empaths are communicated through their dreams. Me, not so much. I'm communicated other ways, but all the other people who are communicating through their dreams would love to hear your story and how it's working with you. And then we don't feel so weird, and we don't feel so alone, and we don't feel so isolated, and we begin to understand together what's happening, because science hasn't caught up yet. Physics is the closest thing. They're really trying to explain what's happening, but they don't have a handle on it yet either. So we are out there going, listen, we're having these experiences and no one can explain to us what's going on.
Right.
Right? I
Right.
can't. I can only give you what I've learned, but
All
I
I know
don't.
is I can remember every single one. I mean, way back before my sister passed, when I had one of me and her with my dad in my house, and I kind of knew I had a forewarning then that she was going to pass.
Yes.
My dad said if we didn't change our behavior then, one of us was going to die, and it
Yeah.
was her.
Yeah. I heard the same messages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know, she's not gone. She's not gone. I lost my best friend too. I lost two of my best friends the last 2 years. They're just as much here as they ever were. In fact, they're closer now because now I don't have to drive to my house to see them. Now they're just here all the time.
Yeah. Well, I have to dream to spend time with her, but it's really cool because I remember it.
And so that's the biggest clue, is that it's not a dream. Dreams you forget.
Right.
When you cross over dimensional veils, you don't forget. It's like a vivid memory.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm
your
so glad
body
to
is
know that.
astral traveling. Your body is glitching dimensions and astral traveling. It's very common. When I've caught myself doing it a few times. I cross over, and what I caught myself doing is crossing over spirits to the other side. I go into, and that's why sometimes I wake up tired, because I'll go and then I'll catch myself saying, go to the light, go to the other side. So I glitch into this dimension of souls that haven't crossed over. And my light worker self, I'm trying to sleep. I have to work tomorrow.
Right.
But I'm out crossing souls over in some kind of weird dimension. I caught myself doing it a few times. So, I mean, things are weird. I live in a weird world, and I'm glad you do too.
Yeah,
I'm not alone.
apparently. Didn't know I was doing it, but I'm glad that you verified it, because I've asked a lot of people, asked my sister, I was like, do you think this is real, or am I just dreaming this? Because it feels real. It
is
feels
real.
so real.
It's
that
100%.
I'm like actually with her, and it's so vivid. Like,
and now that you know it, you might be able to be a little more conscious about it, because if you do it in your dreams, they're probably letting you know, like for me, I can speak to my friends right now. I don't need to go to a dream to speak to her. So you could develop that kind of relationship. All it is about learning a different language. They now speak to us in a different language, like they're speaking Spanish to you, but it's like spirit Spanish. They're still there. They still have the body. There's a dimension there. So they have to speak to you in other ways now. So when I speak to them, I have to listen to them differently. They give me signs, symbols, they send me messages, and they speak to you different. Everyone develops their own form of language, but it's knowing that it's there. It's knowing how to receive the information and learning. Like Joseph sees signs and symbols. I hear voices. I hear little trinkets. They're going to communicate to you differently. You know, so in my world, this is totally normal.
You're right. Yeah.
This isn't even weird.
Right. My daughter can do like card readings and stuff. She's real good at it. I just never took the time to learn. She has.
Yeah, and you totally could. I mean, you totally can. You know, now there's a few things I see that's blocking you, though. I see some exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I took up day working.
Yeah, I see what's happening is your environment is sucking the life out of you, literally.
Oh,
so due to a lot of external ABC, 1, 2, 3, this thing, that thing, this thing, work, home, kids, bills, it's exhausting you. So I want you to keep in mind that. And sometimes we have to make those choices to cut loose some of the things that are really overly exhausting us. I also see that, again, you're a light worker and a healer and empath, probably a medium and all that, but you're in an environment that the people around you do not understand you. They don't understand what you feel. You could never speak to them like you're speaking to me right now. So what happens is okay, but you don't want to live your life forever without an outlet, without someone to talk to, without people that might understand, without you being able to say these things out loud and say, like I'm saying to you, oh, that's totally normal. You're totally fine.
Right.
You need to find that. You need to find your tribe. We call it one tribe. Like she said, one tribe. So that, you know, and we're growing, but we want to find people like us that we can be together and talk and know that we're not alone. So,
Right.
because I want to show you this. So you're the lion.
Awesome.
And you see all the sheep around you? Those are the
Uh-huh.
people you work with. Those are the people you live with. They don't understand you. And
Right.
you're kind of stuck like with all this knowledge and all this information and all these feelings and all this stuff. And no one understands a thing that you're going through. So you just keep it all inside and try to be normal and try to pretend to be normal and try to fit in. And you don't say half of the things that are going on inside of you. You live the majority of your life in here, and you only live superficially out there, but it feels odd, but you're doing it because everyone else is doing it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
do what's supposed to be right, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, most people try to live like they fit in. Most people are
Yeah.
trying to fit in, but you can't fit in. You've tried your whole life and it's just never worked
It
because you're
is.
not
You are
like,
so right. That is so me. Yeah. It just seems like I'm not liked. When I speak my mind, nobody likes it too. So
I know. It's
I either
because
shut up or
it's because you're talking to the little sheep.
right.
I don't speak to them.
I try
I
to
love them.
explain this to people too, like my family, and even they are just like, okay,
No,
yep, yep.
me too. They don't understand a damn word. And I love them still, Billy, but I
I do
don't.
too.
I know. We love them. No, I'm not saying we don't love them. We do. But I also don't share this information with them because
Yes. She's asking if you know I'm on.
there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no. So, but I want you to find someone like us that you can talk to. Just find, there's people around you that you could find, but you have to test the waters out. Like mention, like, oh, have you heard about Lightworkers? Have you heard about an empath? Have you heard about God, source, universe, cards? I do find that there are people around us, but we've never spoken. You can find the people by their tattoos, by
Yeah.
their light tattoos. You can find them, and you'll know that you could talk to them. And find a couple people that you can talk to about this, and it's just your own personal special thing. You'll feel a lot better. You won't feel so isolated, you know?
Right.
Okay, so a couple things too. Little bit of fighting going on at a home, little bit of relationship stuff, little bit of control happening. There's some suppression of your energy. Yeah. There's some morality, good and bad, right and wrong. So you're being kind of suppressed and controlled, and you're fighting at home. And it's time for transformation. And again, and we want, I'm like you, I have this idea of the relationship, this beautiful thing. I want it so bad, but it's just like
It's never gonna happen, is it? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to let go. I am, but it's been 10 years of trying to let go.
I know. So I just want to let you know it's been noticed. It's brought up here. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that?
That
Is it?
is control. That's suppression. That's
It looks like a bug with a thing.
look at these cords wrapped around this person. Look at those
I
cords.
see them. I see them. Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so it's done. It's done. It's done. I broke up with him just tonight. And I haven't seen him in a couple weeks anyway. I've
It's
stayed
hard.
away. That's why I'm
I
with my
feel like you might
sister.
be a narcissist, so you have a little bit of stuff.
Oh, he's a huge narcissist.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice about it, but I try not to, be like, break up with your boyfriend. But it's here, and there's a lot of right and wrong and good and bad. I see that it's time to move on. There's a transformation. It is time to move on. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's been telling me that for years.
It's not easy. I know. I was with
He's
one for 10
never going to
years,
change. He's
another
a
one for 6
cheater.
years.
He cheats. He lies. He's
Yeah.
just a horrible person. He's a drunk.
Yeah. I got one of those too.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know
And
why they're hard to let go of.
they're so hard because I don't know either. I
He's
don't get
not
it
even
either.
an emotional supporter.
My boyfriend has a girlfriend.
What?
Yeah, my
I think
boyfriend
he
has.
does now too.
Yeah.
because he doesn't. He's even stopping calling. He's just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's
Like,
time.
when you gonna pay for storage? I'm like, I just got over Corona. You know, I've been off of work. What the heck?
It's time, Billy. I'm sorry. And then
No.
for me too. And it's time for me to gain my energy back. And, you know, like I said, you got a transformation here. You have sharing your gifts. So it's showing you have a master creator. This is going to happen very fast. They want you to trust. Literally, you got the two trust. You're going to need to trust them, trust the universe, trust the process. It's time to move on. It's time to be it's time to come back to who you are.
Yeah.
And me too.
Yeah.
Practicing self-love, like everything Kimberly said, me too. I'm gonna practice self-love and self-care. I'm right there with you. It's hard. I have a hard time too. I'm struggling myself. The same. I'm attached to that ill-behaved
That
people.
thing in the beginning where you said that, like, I feel like I'm stuck. I think that I feel like I'm stuck without him, even though I'm a nurse. I make a great income.
Yeah.
You know, and I can do it without him.
Well, narcissists put that in our heads.
Makes me feel like I can't do it without him.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's been really hard, but I've learned that I can, and I've been having so much fun.
I look at, like, my sister and her husband don't make as much as me together, and they have a perfect life, 2 vehicles. And I'm thinking,
Billy, you're gonna be so happy, babe, when you really let this go and you really move away from this, because I've just recently, it's been two years on off, 6 years total. 2 years on and off. Like I said, he's got a girlfriend, but he's still, calling me. Yeah. So I hope no one's listening. But, it's hard. But I can tell you recently, I've been really like, now I'm not going out talking to other boys. I'm not ready for all that, but I've been going out and meeting new people and finding beautiful things to do. And like what Kimberly said, like, I went to a meditation thing that was on a rooftop, and it was like sexy and awesome. And I've been going to the beach, and I've just been bike riding, and I've just been doing things I haven't done in so long for the first time, getting my house cleaned, cleaning out my drawers, cleaning out my garage, things that I just haven't had the energy to do because I've been so just blah,
Yeah, right.
So I'm being patient with myself, and I'm taking it one step at a time, but I'm telling you, I feel better, man. I feel so much better and stronger than I ever have before. And I also have the ability to make my own money too.
Right.
I don't need this person,
Yeah.
So
you're a beautiful lady too, beautiful girl. So you don't need that shit.
Yeah, you don't need that shit either. You don't need that shit. We don't need that shit. I don't think I'll be honest, Billy. I'm not going to date for a while. I'm not ready. I don't want it.
Oh,
I've met either. Guys, and they're just as douchey as him. And I'm like, no. No,
I know. My daughter's like, get on the dating scenes. I'm like, why? No, that's not what I need either.
The only thing I'm going to say is, if you feel like you want to go back to him, you get on those dating sites before you do that. That's what I'm going to say. And I do that. When I feel lonely and I want to call him, I'll go on to Bumble. Okay. But I'm not, and it's okay to do that, but be careful that you don't just find another one, because they can sense what you've been through, and those controlling guys will find you, and they're going to be like, hell, this one's already been controlled. I'm going to sign up for her again. So just be careful with yourself. Same thing with your sister. I'm going to say to you, it's time to take care of yourself too.
Yeah.
Time for that self-love, and don't let someone abuse you. You're a nurse. If you have enough money, you figure out how to become the best, most beautiful version of yourself. And then you decide to bring someone else in.
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah, me too. Good luck.
I'm going to work on this medium thing though.
Oh yeah. You have some real abilities there, for real. So study, look it up, start Googling it.
I'm going to. I'm going to use my own advice that I gave to my daughter. I'm going to talk to her about it.
Yay. I love that.
She's kind of good at it too, and I'm the one who bought her first cards, and I was like, do it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, keep in touch, Billy. Okay.
I will.
And let me know how things go. Stay strong. Let the guy go. Here. Send him packing with a fruit basket. You got to send him away with love.
I will.
You got to love him. And guess what? He's probably going to throw some girls in your face, and you're going to pray for their souls. Be like, I am so
for their souls.
Sorry that you are with this guy. I don't know what you did to end up with him, but good luck, chica. So that's what I have to do. Like,
I'll send them the fruit basket.
Send them and be like, I'm gonna pray for you. Good luck, girl. You don't know. I like this poor girl that he's with. I'm like, I won't say anything to her, but good God, I feel bad for her. She has no idea what
Let
she's
her
getting
learn
into.
because she thinks you're the fool right now.
I'm the bad.
For
Yeah, I'm
losing
the
them.
crazy one.
Yep. So let her learn. Live and learn.
I know. I cannot fix her. I'm just glad that she's keeping him away from me.
Right. But is she?
No.
Trust me, I know.
We got this, Billy.
Right. He'll be with somebody else and proposing to me. Like literally, will you marry me? I got a ring on my finger.
No, same. I had the ring too. Same.
Right.
This
I still
was
wear it.
same.
I'm trying to take it off.
He
going
loves
down.
her. He loves me. And of course, there's about 4 side chicks in between. We're the main ones.
Yeah.
But there's also how many others?
Yeah.
No, for real.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
like
bad.
the jewelry though. So
I mean, no, look, there's some perks.
that's what I like.
I am happier without him, and I at least get that separation. If whatever, make sure you're strong. Like I might, whatever, but I'm
joking aside.
strong. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I will never get back with him. That's where I'm
Never.
at. That will never happen again. But it's been 2 years for me, Billy. You broke up with him tonight. I've got 2 years under my belt, and it's still bad. So
I
you
was
got
feeling
some
pretty
practice.
crappy too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. He's ugly too. He ain't even good looking. I can't even say, hey, Kristen, this guy is like the belle of the ball. He's not. He's like a troll.
I can't wait for you to be free of that because you deserve someone at least who's freaking great and cares about you and appreciates who you are, takes care of you, and just, you know what? Forget it. Do that to yourself. Screw them or go with a woman. Forget it. Take a break. Take a break from men.
I tried that too. She was an asshole too.
Yeah, I know because you're attracting them. I attract them. That's why I
date my mother. That's what I do. I date my mom.
Yeah, I date my dad, and he's a dick, and they're just like him. And my mother's even worse. So like, forget it. I'm screwed. I need to stay single. I'm undateable. It's official because I attract. Oh, I'm like, oh hi, you're crazy. Oh, you're a narcissist. You're controlling. Hi. Call me.
What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? You want to control me and ruin my life? Hi.
Yeah.
My name's Kristen. No, I am obviously not healthy enough to date, so I'll stay single, and I am loving it, and I'm taking care of myself for as much as I can, trying to make healthy choices. So I want you to do the same, okay?
I will. Thank you, Kristen.
Bye. Keep in touch.
Bye.
All right. Let's see. Emma, I'm not going to add you to the stream, but good morning. You're in England. I will give you a reading right now. All right, Emma. Take a couple breaths and good morning to you as well. And this will be my last reading for tonight, y'all, because I'm a little tired. Very, very strong energy, Emma. Making my legs tingle. That's why. Oh, you're that's why you're making my legs tingle. Aw. You're so powerful. Little light worker, empath, master, guru, healer. You could be doing what I'm doing right now. You are a conscious healer, light worker. You could be taking my place right now in my seat. You've reached a point in your life where you have mastered your darkness and mastered your light. You're coming together where the yin and yang will remain in perfect unity. Let me show you the picture there. So that's why you're making my legs tingle. So you can shoot energy around very easily. I hope you're studying this. I feel like perhaps you are. I will let you know that, you know, spend that time with nature. But when you're walking in nature, I want you to connect with the earth. I think you feel the energy of the trees. When butterflies fly, you understand they're connected with you. When the birds talk, you know they're talking to you. When the wind blows, you know it's blowing for you. When the sun shines, you know it's shining for you. You're very creative. You have this amazing ability to create. Make sure your environment is conducive to your creativeness. I do see that it's time for the situation that you're in. It's time for you to be alone. You'll be walking alone into this path. So me and you both know what that means. It means that something is coming to an end, and it's okay to let that go. You guys have had much of a journey together, but it is time to separate. That is the right decision for you. It's going to seem very intense and very fast. I want you to keep in mind that when things like this happen, it can be jolting and can feel traumatic, and change is difficult at times. But I want you to do something for me. There's a thing called called no thingness. No thingness. What that means is, externally, right now, we have this thing that we have to deal with, and we have that thing that we have to deal with, and there's that thing, and there's that thing, and there's that other thing. Oh my God, don't forget about that other thing. What about that one thing? So be careful that we're not turning all of our life externally into things. I have this thing, and I have that thing, and I have this thing. I want you to let all those things go. So when you feel yourself kind of getting that anxiety and feeling like you have to deal with this thing, and oh my God, there's that thing, I want you to remember what I said. No, I'm not going to make a thing of it. There's a lot of things that I can't control. I can't control everything that happens outside of my energy and my field right now. So watch what your mind says. Your mind's going to tell you, you should be upset about this. You should be worried about that thing. You should be so upset about that thing over there. Oh, you need to freak out about that thing. Well, that thing's good. And so just be careful with that, okay? So beyond illusion, when you say, yes, I'm starting my development, let's see, you posted that. You know, you might be starting your development, but you have some real like skills here in this. So they're showing me that you can connect with all other living beings, trees, plants, bees, butterflies, and bugs. You can look at them and feel the soul that's inside of them. You have the ability to be a healer here, and you know, to understand how to show other people how to have this kind of relationship in your life. So you're not going to do this alone. You're going to have have some friends with you. Equal partnership and participation. There's going to be some kind of group environment where you're going to be able to grow, flourish, and nurture. Silence is very important. You don't always have to talk all the time to everyone. You don't always have to say your point. You don't always have to get your point across. Many times, especially in your circumstance right now, silence is going to be best for you. When people talk, it's okay. Let them talk. There's an energy that's around you that's not compromising with you at all. Very stringent, very black or white, one way or the highway, non-compromising. I don't know if that's you or another energy in your life, but it does not want to compromise. For someone like you, who's such a healer and a light worker and a creative being, to have someone who's so stringent and not willing to compromise with you, that can be very confining to your energy and can lack. Your soul needs to be able to spread. It needs to be able to heal. It needs to be able to teach. It needs to be able to experience the world. It needs to be able to be what it is. So when you have that non-compromising energy of right and wrong and good and bad, and this is how it's going to be, and non-budging, your little soul that wants to breathe tends to stop flowing, right? And stop moving. So You're going to need to trust this process and be okay with being alone. Doesn't mean you're lonely. You will never be lonely, because as you develop, like you said, you're starting your development. As you develop and you begin that communication with your guides and with the universe, with the angels and God and whoever you want to call it, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is or what it is. It's that which is outside of the veil is trying to communicate with you. So develop that relationship. That's the only relationship you have right now. When you develop that relationship right now, there's no such thing as ever feeling lonely. Where I'm at right now is it's the most beautiful thing in the world to be alone, because I'm alone with the entire universe, and the universe loves me. The trees love me. The animals love me. The wind loves me. The sun loves me. My neighbor loves me. Even when I ride in the car and I'm bumping around, that loves me. The sounds love me. I'm so happy and content because I have worked on my development, as I know you can as well. So keep up your work. Keep things going. Keep in the light. Keep developing. Keep learning. Never stop, because everything will make sense to you if you follow that yellow brick road. Stay on your yellow brick road. Don't let those weird energies get into your way, okay? Keep in touch. Good luck and good morning. We'll see you guys again soon. Let's see, here we go. There's Emma from England. Oh, look, I got some brilliance. Thank you. You're welcome. Let me know how everything goes. Yeah, you have a lot of cool things coming up your way. Those are the cards I pull for myself when I'm in a good place. So I know where those cards mean for you too. All right, guys, it is actually 10:30 at night, my time. So it is late. I'm ready to go snuggle and cuddle in my bed and be with my puppies. Thank you so much for coming in. Wednesday, I will be reading again. Normally I'm with Joseph, but Joseph's out of town. So Wednesday, we'll just be doing this again. So check in Wednesday at 8 p.m. Facebook Live. I want to hear from you. I want to know how everything is going. I love you guys. Here's your one tribe. Ready? It's an O, like an ASL. You know, you got A, B, C, D, E, F, right? ASL. This is an O for a 1. And this is a T in sign language, American Sign Language, for tribe. We kiss. This is I love you. Then we have a NoNaMe. And then we have I am. So if you guys haven't joined the One Tribe, it's a group, One Tribe group. So it's One Tribe group. Be there. It says NoNaMe and I am. And then like my personal page, send me a message. Like I said, I'm going to start a group class where we can all be together and talk about this stuff, talk out loud. You know, she's developing her gifts. A lot of people want to develop their gifts. So let's talk about it. Let's get together. So I'm going to have that coming up soon too. I'm here every Monday at 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I have Ilanit. She's a lovely light worker and healer teacher. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. So keep in touch. I love you guys. And also, if any of you are local, keep in mind that my birthday is coming up. Here we go. I'm going to put this here. That's my birthday. So if anyone's local, everyone's invited. Please come. All right, guys. I love you so much. Have a great night, and I will see you next week.